Hey, happy Friday. Thanks for watching. I wanted to share a little bit with you today about some seasonal planning and how to avoid what I call seasonal FOMO, which is fear of missing out. So, um, you know, we just had this big snowstorm. Well, it wasn't big, it was drastic. A drastic snowstorm in Colorado. We went from 90-degree temperatures to just freezing snow, rain. It didn't stick, and we're back up into the 70s, I think, today. So, just a real quick reminder that fall is almost here and winter is coming. Um, and so it can be, a time to think about how the summer went, and a lot of people, might be saying, where did the time go? Where did the summer go? Maybe you didn't fit everything in that you wanted to. Maybe you had the best summer ever. Who knows where you're at? But we've got the fall season coming and then winter, and there's so much fun stuff to do. And with social media, it's really easy to see what everyone else is doing and start to feel like you're not doing enough. You're not doing all the hip stuff. Like, has taking pictures in a sunflower field always been a thing, or is that just a new thing? Because now I see everybody doing it, and it's something I've never really seen before. So maybe that's a new thing. I don't know. But anyway, it can start to feel overwhelming with all the options that are out there. And am I doing everything? Am I making time for everything that I want to do? And then also, what are the things that I really want to do? Because with all of those options, it's really hard to do everything, and maybe everything isn't what's right for you. And so, what I like to do is have a list of all the things that sound fun and then pick a top three. And that top three, it sets it up so that, okay, I'm making time for the things that are really important to me, the things that I'm really excited about. And at the end of the season, those are the things that, hey, I got to those things that were going to be really fun for me. Why three? I don't know. It's a good number. If you feel like three is not enough and you want to do five, that works for you. That's great. And it's not three things that have to happen. It's three things that you're scheduling and planning and putting an effort into making happen, so that those are the things that are becoming a priority. And so, first step, make a big list of everything that sounds fun, get it all out on paper, just so that it's out of your head and you can say, yep, I know what would be fun. Then prioritize top three, so that you're really taking ownership over, here's what everybody's doing, or here's what's typical to do. With the holidays coming up, one thing that I see all over the place is Elf on the Shelf, and I don't know if that's ever going to be a thing for our family, and that's okay. But knowing what my top three are helped me make that decision about, yeah, that one maybe isn't for me, and I'm okay with that. So that now that you've got your top three, for me, it really is hard to get it done, hard to do it, create that experience, if it's not in my calendar, because we're busy. There's always something that comes up, and it's hard to know what the priority is and remember what I wanted to do if it's not scheduled. So the real key is to find space in your calendar to create that experience. And maybe your calendar helps you decide what your top three are, because if you're looking at it and there's just some non-negotiables in your calendar, maybe that impacts whether you do a whole week experience or a 1-day trip, things like that. And I'm not saying that your 3 have to be trips or um, excursions. They can be whatever you want them to be. Maybe for the Christmas season, you want to bake some cookies. That's something that it sounds so much fun, and I never get around to doing it because it doesn't make it into my top 3, and then I don't have time for it. I don't have materials and the planning, and it takes a little bit more effort for me to make cookies that way if I'm not planning it. So get it in your calendar, and then, that isn't stuck in stone. If something comes up, you can always overwrite it. This is meant to be fun. This is meant to be how to have a fulfilling season. And so if something does come up, you're always at choice to replace that. But having it in your calendar and knowing that was the plan helps to preserve that space that you've created for it if you choose to. And then the last thing I would say is, I like to do it seasonally, but you can do it. Hey, Rachel, good to see you. You can do it seasonally. You can do it monthly. You can do it based on holidays. So maybe there's too much going on in the fall season to pick just 3, but you want to have 3 for each holiday. That's perfectly fine. And I'm still trying to figure out what works for me, but I try a little bit different ways each time, and it's a lot of fun. So I hope you got something out of this. If you want to explore more or ask more questions about seasonal planning, you can reach out to me at lifeevidence.com or through Facebook, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks. Happy Friday.